Hello, and welcome to Relevant Currency, where the only currency that is relevant is our connection to the people. I'm your host, Andres Mendoza. Today we'll be talking about mental health and how to keep one safe, sane, and stable. But first, our 52-second news minute. Just these past 2 weeks, in a not so surprising act, Catholics have continued a long-standing tradition of saying one thing and doing the complete opposite. On Wednesday, the 23rd of September, Pope Francis canonized missionary, mass murderer, and genocidal maniac Juniper Serra after recently apologizing to the natives in South America for the atrocities committed by the Catholic Church during colonization. He turns around and on his first visit to the U.S. brings into sainthood a person who in his own personal diary documents his torture, rape, and sadistic killings of native Californians to forcibly convert them to quote-unquote Christ. So for those of us who know or want to know, we look for actions. For those of us who don't want to know and don't know, look for promises. Now, which one are you? Before we get into our main topic, I want to touch on a couple of things. Some of you have asked to do a video series, and that's going to be coming up. But right now, the most important thing, we're doing this guerrilla style. I'm on my phone. I'm on location. Wherever I seem to find the inspiration, I just pop up and do it. You know, sometimes I'm in traffic, sometimes at the pad, whatever it is. Right now, I'm on guerrilla style. So if you hear like a honk or if you hear like a train passing through, you know what I mean? Just, bear with me for the moment, you know what I mean? Because the most important thing is for us to start, okay? We'll get all the information later. We'll make the changes that we need to make later. But the important thing is for us to start and do this conversation, right? What this is about is we're just playing catch up right here. This is 13-minute videos. These are really quick, to give you an understanding, a quick understanding, but you have to go and do your own due diligence and research what I say. Don't just take this shit blindly. You know what I mean? You gotta fucking research this stuff. So you gotta learn on your own. All right. Also, there was a video related to my last video, a link. It's called The Secret Scam. Now, I don't have anything to do with this video, but I did watch it. And I suggest that anybody who's listening to this radio show right now, I suggest that you go and check that out. Because you know what? You are going to get such a good historical context to the economic system that we own today. Okay? So if you want to learn about the dollar and what it's doing today and how it became what it is today, you got to check out that video. So cool, so quick. It is well done. The Secret Scam. Check it out. All right. So these episodes I'm going to be doing once every 13 days. Today I'm a little bit late. I'm a day late. You know what I mean? But we're going to have something up every 13 days. So don't forget to subscribe to the video. You know what I mean? If you like what you hear, subscribe, comment, you know what I mean? Share and let's connect up. So right now I want to talk to you about mental health, right? The big thing right now for the youngsters that I want to reiterate in the first part is that you have to be more intelligent than your older counterparts, okay? I know it's a big responsibility, but you guys have to be so much more intelligent and more articulate than your older counterparts, because you know what? They don't know what the hell they're doing. Some of them they do. But for the most part, they're so connected to the system at large that they don't know how to change it. Okay? And that's the thing with our mental health, is because at times we get so stuck in our ways that we can't change. We don't want to change. We resist change, right? And the only constant in this life is change. The systems may stay the same. The institutions may stay the same, but the people are different in the institutions, right? And there's a reason for that. Okay? So what I want to reiterate and what I want to give perspective on is that mental health is $1 billion, if not $1 trillion industry. Why I say that is because it's linked up with the pharmaceutical industry. Okay, you got depression. All right, here's a pill for that. You got asthma. Okay, here's a pill for that. Stress, anxiety, this, that, or the other. All right, there's a pill for it, right? However, what ends up happening is that the pills give you side effects that are worse than the actual thing that you're taking them for. And sometimes they increase the thing that you're taking them for. Oh, you got depression? Take X amount, whatever the pill is today. I don't even know. right? Take this pill. You know, and you look at the side effects, and one of the side effects is, oh, you might become depressed. It's like, what the hell? I was taking it for depression. What the hell do you mean might become more depressed if I take this? It doesn't make sense. But the whole problem is that nobody's thinking for themselves. So they think that if a company is going to put something out, it means that it's going to work. It means that it's good for you. It means that it's healthy, that you don't have to worry about nothing. Okay, and this is the big issue. And a lot of my youngsters, they see through all this stuff, right? But you guys need to talk about it more. Talk to each other about it, right? You need to spread out the word, because your younger brothers and sisters are barely coming up and they don't know. Okay, so you need to put them up on game. You need to be able to talk to them because you know them better than I do. Excuse me. So what we need to do is we need to use our mind, our intelligence, coherently and cohesively. Okay. Now, because the thing is our mind is the soil. It's like soil. In our language and our thoughts are the seeds to that soil. And the soil does not care if it's a good seed or a bad seed, if it's a poisonous seed or if it's a fruit seed. Okay. As long as the seed is planted, it will grow. All right. So what I mean by this is do you know anybody who's very constantly negative, who's negative all the time, who can always have something to complain about, right? They're always on something, you know. Now I ask you, how is their lives? Is their life happy? Is their life successful? Are the doors opening up for them, or is it the complete opposite? Do they always find something to complain about, no matter what? Are there always roadblocks that stop them, right? It's obvious when you take a look at it, right? Now the problem is that we're so programmed right now, and you get programmed from from the commercials, from the movies, from the TV shows, from the magazines, from the music, right? Well, music's a huge one because it gets into your subconscious mind so easily that it just passes that front gate, right? You need to be able to be a protector of your own mental health, your own mental state, right? But you got all this infiltration going into you that you don't even understand what's happening to you. Okay, what I mean by this is there's something called neuro-linguistic programming. Okay, it's the study of how language programs your mind. Okay, now the big salespeople, they know this, right? They already know this. They know that if I could talk to you for 3 to 5 minutes, I can find out exactly what you need to know, what you need to see, what you need to hear, what you need to feel in order to make a purchase on something right then and there. Doesn't matter if you need it or not. It's at my discretion as a salesperson. I can manipulate your mind, which is a tool, to get to your emotions in order for your emotions to make a purchase, make a decision based on your emotions. Okay? So your mind is nothing more than a tool. And if you're not using it cohesively and coherently and protecting it, somebody else is using it for you. And if you don't believe me, you got to look into it. Okay, I can't get into the specifics right now. But think about it. If you're a little kid, right, and you're getting through school, and then all of a sudden your teacher labels you as a bad kid, right, as disruptive. The next year, what ends up happening, your next teacher gets that information and starts to continue on that label, right? And so it starts to build up like a snowball, and then by the end of high school, you become your own bad kid. You grab that label and you stick it onto yourself. And you say, well, if you're gonna call me a bad kid, then I'm gonna show you what's bad, right? And so what happens is once you come out of high school, whether you graduate or not, you're like, fuck this. I don't want to learn the fucking thing again. You know what I mean? I don't want to pick up a book again. You know what I mean? This doesn't make sense to me. Now, the issue with that is that in order to maintain a healthy mind throughout your life, you have to learn on a daily basis. You have to learn something new on a daily basis. But not only do you have to learn something new on a daily basis, you always have to actively unlearn something. Because not all the things that you've learned are going to help you out. Doesn't matter if it's the truth or not. If it doesn't help you, throw it out. Keep what helps you. Keep what helps you stay stable, safe, and sane. Okay? Now, when I said, you got to be particular on what you think. On what you think, on what you say. Okay, because they literally create your life around you. Okay, now there's always going to be something to complain about. That's a given. Okay, but you have to understand that the obstacles in front of you are not bigger than you. That the obstacles that your life throws at you are just as big enough for you to overcome them. Okay, you have the exact potential and the exact experience and the exact gifts to take care of whatever's in front of you right now. Sometimes you have to dig deep. Sometimes you have to dig really, really deep. But no matter what, you have the capability to be able to overcome whatever circumstances in front of you right now. Maybe you can't do it alone. Maybe you need help. And that's fine because everybody needs help. Ask for help. If you have nobody around you, ask your community. If you have nobody, absolutely nobody, ask me. I don't give a fuck. Ask me help. And I'll connect you with either myself, somebody, I don't care. We'll do something to help you out. Because suicide is a real thing. Okay? It's a real thing in our community. And slow suicide is a huge thing. Okay, what I mean by that is the overdosing, the drugs, the alcohol, the reckless driving, all of that. Okay? So again, youngsters, you have to be more intelligent than the generation before you. Because you know what? They don't have a clue either. Okay? So I want to refer you guys to somebody who does have a clue. I wanna refer you to an individual by the name of John Trudell. Okay, his last name is spelled Trudellell. Okay, and the first one to look up, look up mining our minds. Okay, it's a good one to look up. It's like 3 minutes. It gives you good perspective. And this individual has influenced me a lot because you'll find that if there's nobody around you to talk to you, that you got to go on the internet and you got to look up. There'll be somebody saying something. This is what this is about. It's because I would go on the internet and I wouldn't find what I'm exactly looking for, the help that we need as a community. Okay, so that's why I decided to start this relevant currency in order to be at least one voice that is going to connect you up with different voices. Okay, so these first 4 episodes, I'm just going to be giving you commentary the whole time. And then the 5th one, I'm going to start inviting folks out and start interviewing other people so you can get other commentary. All right, so stick with us, all right? So with that, I want to say each and every one of you has a purpose on this planet. We need to connect up. We need to get together because you know what? The only currency that is relevant is our connection to the people. So with that, I want to say Tlasukamati, no Chansiwa, no Chantlacat, no Stinu Maikaotzin. And I'll see you again in 13 days. Yawi.